that too. There. Okay, looks like I'm live now. Yep. Let's go. Stream manager over here so we can manage the stream. Okay. Bunch of random text just flooded everywhere. Great. It's related to those mystery pots, right? Maybe. Yes. Possibly. Kindred, when are we doing a game dev battle? A game dev battle? I wonder how you could prevent data mining. I know you can like encrypt your data or whatever through like when you package, I think you can like encrypt it with there's like encryption options in your packaging stuff, but I just don't really care that much, you know. It's just, I am so in WoW mode. I just try to like right click and left click at the same time to start moving. That's not how that works at all. Oh man. Anyway, let's switch over to the other character and make them take a little bit of damage here. Uh-oh. Hanging again. There we go. Now this guy can heal them, and they get a bubble. They get a little bubble shield, and that bubble means they don't take damage. They'll still be like inflicted by. Oh, you can't see it. They're still technically on fire here. They walk through the fire. So they do have 5 seconds fire, but it doesn't tick. It doesn't actually do the damage. And if they're fighting something, we are still taking one damage, but that's not actually the case. There's actually no damage being done. And then the shield flashes, but I think it needs to like wobble or like bounce or something. Oh yeah, also the shield can break, but it doesn't actually disable. Look at that, I took aggro because I was healing until I got farther away, and then it was like, this guy's easier to attack. Nope, never mind. But yeah, so even though the shield broke from damage, I'm still not taking damage because it's like technically still alive. And I gotta fix that. I forgot my set of heads. What? What does that mean? Oh, hold on. When are we doing a game dev battle? Audra, I forgot my headset. Oh, got it. What's up, Code Warrior? Welcome in. Hey, what's up, Odd? WoW mode? Yeah, very much so. I just mean in general, like if someone made an MMO, how could they prevent the data mining, you know? Yeah. I think with an MMO, I think like, I don't know. That I don't know. Honestly, I don't think data mining is like inherently bad for games. I think it's actually probably a good thing. Because like, for example, let's say you are playing a new MMO and you're kind of a sweat, right? So you're like, man, what's the drop rate on like this thing that I'm trying to get? Because I want to know. Like, if you have data mining, it's kind of nice to be able to go to like a wiki or something, or just Google or whatever, and find information on that stuff. And without data mining, there's really not a way to like know that kind of stuff. Like, I kind of wish that our wiki, like the Swords and Magic wiki, had like drop rates for everything on it. And like, I've offered those up before, and like people just don't want to fill them in the wiki, which is understandable because like it's player run, and I refuse to like spend my time filling out a wiki when I just am still filling out the game, you know? So like, I don't know. I don't think data mining is actually a bad thing. But yeah, encryption I think is the only way to like really do it. And even then, if it's an MMO and players are really into it and there's enough players, someone will do it anyway. But I truly think that's how like we know drop rates for like World of Warcraft and everything else is just data mining. People just mine it. I mean, and like look at like World of Warcraft, like it's made by Blizzard, right? Which is just like one of the biggest game studios in the world. Yet we still have like private servers, and you can like literally like start up and host your own private server of WoW and do whatever you want in it. Like I remember when I was like 17 or something like that, and I was like really into WoW. I was like, I want to start my own private server, so I did. Not to the public or anything. I just did it so I could play on my own. And I spawned in items, and I was like creating new items and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, I can make this like two-handed like greatsword a mage weapon, and then I can like dual wield it, you know, because I can make an offhand version or whatever. And I was like trying to make like a battle mage thing. This was like in like Burning Crusade or something. But anyway, I don't know. That was pretty cool, and like that kind of stuff is like happening to Blizzard games. So like, good luck stopping it on like an indie MMO. So I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. What's up, Summon? Anyway, I forgot I was supposed to watch a movie today with the girlfriend. Last Star Wars movie from the series. Ooh, fun. So the visit was short, but I'll be off again. Good luck with the bubble spell. Thank you. Have fun in the stars. Large MMOs, all data is secured server side, and the game will make requests to get the data from the server. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good point too. That was like my first thought, was like you just didn't have the data on the client. But you still, like, the client has to package, well, yeah, the client wouldn't package with like data tables, right? With like drop tables, stuff like that. The client would package, I assume you wouldn't have that on the client, and you would have that on the server. And then but the client still has to package with like all the art and assets. So you still have access to all that stuff. But that's fine, right? That doesn't really tell you like where it's at. Like you might be able to find like where all the cool mounts are in the game or whatever, but or not. You might know what all the cool mounts are in the game, but you don't know how to find them with data mining if it's not on the server. A lot of drop rates from WoW was the usage of mods that tracked everything. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense too. This is premium sidetrack, but whenever you feel like it, I'd love to hear some class design tips / tricks you picked up. Oof. I honestly don't know if I have many. Odd. I know it might seem like I have this all figured out, but I'm literally just winging it and going off of like pure instinct based on my experience playing games. Like I don't even like we're designing skill trees right now, but we haven't even tested them like fully yet, so I don't even know if like my idea of skill trees is just sort of like I'm just winging it, like it just feels like, oh yeah, this is gonna feel pretty powerful, that's cool. And then I'll go back and look at like other classes and be like, okay, this one feels kind of weak because of that one now, like, and I'm just kind of balancing it based on gut feelings and hopes, you know. So I don't even know. I don't know if I don't know. Make it cool, then balance after. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. So I don't really have any good tips and tricks other than just so iteratively testing cool ideas until it's not OP. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. Is that a good way to do it? I have no idea. I'm pretty much just taking, like, right now the goal is like I want to get skill trees in, and we want to do dungeons, and my dungeons are entirely based on WoW because that's the MMO I fell in love with growing up. So like everything I want to do in Swords of Magic as far as like multiplayer content like kind of streams from that. So we don't have like party systems or whatever. So like when we do dungeons, the plan is to like there's gonna be like a meeting stone or a summon stone or whatever, and that'll like start start a raid or whatever. And then I'm guessing we'll probably just have like an invite drop down, so you can just invite whoever you want, or maybe like a global invite for everyone on the server. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. And then people can like accept the invite, and then they can maybe be summoned there. I haven't decided yet. I think we're gonna do a summon. So yes, one player has to go there like in person to start it, and then I think they can summon other people. But yeah, I don't know. And then the plan is like once players are locked in, then like we're just like an airlock kind of deal where players have to be in that room. One door shuts, the next door opens, and they're free to go into the dungeon. If they all die or whatever, or if they finish the dungeon, then it like shuts the doors and resets. As far as I can tell, that's the best way to handle it right now because we don't have a party system, and we can't do instancing either. So it's all going to exist in this world. So yeah, I really wish there was a way to do instancing with listen servers. Like if there was a plugin or something to let you do that, I'd pay good money for that because that would save us so much headache to have instances. We could do so much more with that. We can make Olive Bone reach its own like level, then we could just instance into it. Everything. There'd be so much. Anyway, ad break coming up in 1 minute. Don't forget, if you guys don't want to get hit by ads, to subscribe on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, congratulations. You are a premium viewer, and you don't have to worry about ads, I don't think. I hope. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm struggling with right now is we have this gameplay ability for Magic Shield, and we are binding an event to when it gets destroyed, which does get triggered, and this destroyed in this case is not timer based because that is handled by the gameplay effect, but it is handled by this blueprint component that we're spawning, which handles damage. So whenever the shield is damaged, which is working for everything other than fire and other gameplay effect ticks, because I don't know how to get that to work. Wait, actually, do I? Hold on. Hold on. We do have a thing for this, an execution for this. Do we know the damage though in here? Yes. No. Get modified attribute magnitude. I think that's this, which means maybe we do. We actually could modify the shield in here. Sorry, my brain's like, this is really not important at all. If we see damage numbers from the fire, then that means we can hook into this and do shield damage. We just plug it right in that, and then we're like, that should work, which would be awesome. Gut feelings and hope move the world, right? I've been digging into Kevin Jordan interviews. Nice. All right, looking for print strings. Oh, what the? I think my character's, yes, that's working. I think my character is becoming sentient. I was literally just walking straight, and then like it like lagged, and my character walked around the fire. He was like, no, I'm not doing this. Don't make me good. Don't make me do this again. Okay, that means, yeah, like we can literally just do handle shield. No? Is that what it's called? I swear to God, it was just called I thought it was a BPFL. On BP character. I swear it was a BPFL function. Yeah, it's in common mechanics. Can I not access that in a... I guess not. No, because this is an object, huh? Not an actor. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. It's fine because we can just get our instigator actor, which is one of these. That one. And we just do cast to DP character. And we pretty much always know that this is going to be... Let's do a sequence here, I guess. This also means, I think, that we could also... Where is our DP character? This is our fall damage. It means we could also do a damage text here. I guess we don't want to do that. We're actually trying to avoid this damage text. But what I'd like to do is use this like magic shield damage type to, instead of showing that one damage, to show like how much damage we blocked. But I don't know if I can do that right now. I'm struggling with that. Anyway. This back on. What? Wait. That's so funny that I thought we couldn't handle this. We couldn't do this at all. Okay. I'm new. Is this World of Warcraft? Yes, it is. Welcome in, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really tempted to start streaming WoW. Like, just whenever we play Matt, I'm thinking about just streaming. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that to you though. Wait. You need to get damage. Sorry, it's distracted. Okay, I shield you. Right. This won't work because it's not ticking at all. Never mind, I'm an idiot. It doesn't tick at all because I have damage immune at the tag. Otherwise there's no way to like stop the damage from hitting, so this is a waste of time. Yeah, that was stupid. That was a waste of time. This doesn't do anything. I'm gonna leave it here and just put a comment so I don't try to plug this in later. Yeah, if our GEs didn't directly affect health, then we could do so much more with this. I'm down if it's an 18 plus stream because my bad language outbursts. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I would warn people that it's mature. I'm not that concerned about it. I don't like, you have to be 13 and up to be on Twitch in the first place, so I'm not that concerned. I've been getting a little more casual about my streams lately. I used to be like really adamant about like, we don't swear on stream. I don't do that. And I'm way more PG on stream than I am in real life. That's for sure. Just because I like to, I don't know. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, I guess. I just think that's just a nice thing to do. But not trying to say that you have to do that. I don't care. This is working, and then we're gonna do a spell that that gives you, like, this is a level 1 shield, which means we will want to make this probably like maybe multiply the level by like 10 or something. Probably, because right now you're just getting 5 damage. Anyway, oh, actually, let's leave this alone right now. Because right now you take 5 damage, the shield lasts forever. Not forever, it's like 30 seconds. And the reason for that is because I want this thing to trigger. The problem is that this is not working. And I do not know why. The only thing I can think, well, I don't even know. Let's put a print string right here. I just want to know, I think this is only triggering on the server. And that's probably why it's not removing the effect. Because the server doesn't have the effect. But I don't know, because if the server's running it, it should remove it from the client. No, this is running on local and server, so maybe that's why, is that it's locally, it doesn't have the authority to remove it. That wouldn't matter though, because it's running on the client and the server, it would just remove it. So anyway, yeah, so now I take some fall damage, and I'm looking for that print string. There it is, removing effect, server only. But I still have the effect. So I'm still not taking damage. I can take infinite fall damage for 15 seconds. So even though my shield is broken because of damage, I'm still not taking any damage. I mean, it looked like I took damage there, but it's only 1 damage, and I didn't actually. Still at 49. So, until now. Now I can take damage because the shield is gone, for real. Why is this happening, though? So we're triggering. Print string is definitely hitting. These are definitely being triggered. So this is where I was running into issues. This is the one that's actually being applied. In this case, this will be spells. This one is the passive. They have to be different so I can control their potency. I'm 13. Why is that girl dancing at the tavern? I mean, I also think you have to be 13 to play WoW, so I don't think that's a problem either. I was a little older than 13 when I watched the girls dance at the tavern, but and I knew what was going on, but I also don't think it was nearly as bad as what a lot of 13-year-old kids have access to on their iPads these days. Okay, so we're gonna trigger his shield and then swap over and break the shield. That should do it. Okay, get into here. That's where we have this actor, the player character 1. Check. Cool. Removing effect. We're removing this passive effect. Let's step into it. Step over. Step over. Remove active gameplay effect by source effect. The source effect is our magic shield. Yes. Actor, player character 1. Stacks removed 99. Step over. And now we're checking to see what our gameplay effect count is. And guess what? It's still 1. Why? Same target, same source gameplay effect. So why is this happening? Why is it not removing it? I need more programming aura right now. The only thing I can think is that you know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to do this. I don't want to add a return node on this and just push this out and say remaining. Actually, let's do this. Let's just do this. Let's do Let's do this and this instead. And now wherever I remove this, I can now see remaining stacks. And what we'll do is we're going to create an infinite loop, probably. Almost definitely, we're going to create an infinite loop right here because I don't think this is working at all. So now I can go here and say, oh, if this is greater than 0, if it's not, then we removed effect, and then we'll do I'm wondering if like we just are somehow applying this twice. Like maybe this, I don't even know. Maybe it's just being applied twice. And so there's 2 separate GEs. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna just call end event again. We're just gonna loop this. This is probably just gonna crash. Just a heads up. We're probably gonna crash it here. Because I bet you this is not actually just effectively removing this for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have any idea why this would be happening. So I think, but the only thing I can think is maybe this has 2 separate GEs, so it is removing the stacks from one of them, and then we still have 1 stack left on a separate instance of it. But we're going to test this because this should now just loop through until we have no more. And again, I think it's just not actually or effectively removing it for some reason, and I don't know why. And I think this is just going to create an infinite loop and then crash. If that happens, it means I have no idea how to get rid of this effect, and I don't know why it's not working. Therefore, we're going to remove the damage amount so the effect cannot be broken early, and then we're just going to keep our numbers small and our duration small. So like this passive one will be like 3 seconds. You'll have like 3 seconds of shield because it's going to passively trigger 5% of the time, which happens like every 20-ish heals or whatever, which is going to be pretty potent. And then I think we'll do a shield version of it or a spell version of it that might trigger on spell effects. Spell heals, maybe not actually. We'll think about it. I think we might just leave it alone because there's a lot of spells that trigger like multiple heals like in a quick succession. So I still think 5% with like a 3-second thing was probably gonna be a little overpowered anyway. Okay, now let's break it. Step over. Okay, yep, all right, so I have no idea why that's not removing it. Like, the server has the authority to remove it. It's clearly, like, just not working, and I don't know why. And it's not like this is a function that could have an error in it. Like, this is like built-in gameplay effects. And we're using this all over the place. I want to plug this print back in, but it doesn't do any good because this print is just telling me stuff that Is there something built into the gameplay ability? Cancel abilities with tag. Have gameplay tags to gameplay effect containers. What does this mean? List of gameplay effects to apply to the targets. Maybe we could do a cooldown ability that removes the tags? Will be applied when the ability is committed, and the ability cannot be used again until it is expired. That won't help. That won't work then. GPT says there's 2 clean blueprint ways in 426 for tags. Use activation owned tags. Open your GA details panel, activation owned tags. Tags to apply to activating owner while this ability is active. That'd be nice, but this is being activated by the tag itself already. Actually, yes, auto adds them on activate and auto removes them. Hold on. Crazy idea. Our GE magic shield adds positive magic shield. That's what triggers the ability. And it also adds damage immune. That's what actually checks to make sure it can't be damaged anywhere. What if we take damage immune off of these and we put that on the shield ability instead? So this triggers the shield, then the shield handles the damage immune. And that way, this is when this ability ends, you don't have to worry about these. This should remove the tag. The problem is the shield buff is still going to be on the bar. Oh, unless, what if we... You should use in the GA's ongoing gameplay effects while active list. Ongoing gameplay effects while active list. What does that even mean? I don't know. What if I'm triggering the ability using a tag? What's it called? Activation. The activation owned tags list. If the same tag is used as an ability trigger tag and is also in the activation of tags, gas will still add it on activation and remove it. The tag was already present on the character before the ability activated. For example, applied by another gameplay ability or GE. Removing the ability will only remove its own instance of that tag. So there's multiple instances. I like the damage mean on here because this like prevents more bugs. I think we'll test. Let's just test it. I think it's gonna work, but I think still visually we're gonna have damage. I think we're gonna visually see the shield icon still, or the buff. AO, you still use UE4? Yes. We're still using UE4. Yes. This game project is too far in the weeds to switch to UE5. Not worth the effort to switch over. Okay, so we have a shield. Shield should break. Cool, and now I should take damage again. Yep, but it still shows the shield effect on the bar, which is exactly what I thought was going to happen. So at least the damage mean is actually removing. I like that better, but we need to figure out how the hell to get rid of that buff. Okay, option A, remove by a unique granted effect. We're trying that. Remove active effects with granted tags and pass that tag. Removes the HUD buff GE. How do I do this though? Because it's not working. Maybe I just manually do this. What if I just like manually shove this in here? Oh, why can't I do this? Just because I don't have a tag class in here, maybe? This one. Do I need to actually cast to it? Wait, why is that working in here? I should have made this a child of this and just overrode some stuff. And instead I made it two different things, which is dumb. I think we also need a cooldown. That doesn't work. Let's just do... Let's do the other one for now. This is the one we're playing for now. Hello, nice update about the key bindings. When did I update the key bindings? I almost feel like that's sarcasm because I don't remember changing the key bindings recently. I hope I did though. Okay, hopefully this works this time. The only problem is we're still going to have that tag on there, I think. I think we're still going to have the shield tag. And I don't know how we handle that one. Nope, didn't remove it. I think that's because we have a tick that's handling it. Which tells me that this actually doesn't matter, and it's straight up just this that's doing anything. This is probably not even like... Yeah, I'm like almost positive that this isn't... This is just like a failsafe, if that even. It's not even... I don't think it's even doing anything at all. I think our tick is handling this now. Anyway, I do not know. Let's just try doing this directly, I guess. Maybe right in here. Maybe this will change things. I don't know. Oh, this is also looking for tags, not a gameplay effect. So maybe this will work. With granted tags. Granted tags. Okay, so magic shield. Good. That's fine then. Oh, that's good because that'll time up both of these. That's this one. Stacks to remove. 99. Why is it -1? I need to... Oh, okay. This might... Maybe this will work because this is a gameplay ability trigger. Maybe this is just going to work better. Okay. We'll try it. If you guys want to learn how to make games, you should click that link right there. It is an affiliate link, so if you pay for a course, I make some money, and you help support the development of Swords of Magic. Their courses are awesome. Jana actually works for them, so I guess I'm slightly biased because of that. It still didn't work, by the way. God. But yeah, their courses are awesome. I have seen many of them. I followed a couple of them. Pretty cool. Game Dev TV is an awesome company. Okay, why is this still not working? The biggest problem now I'm realizing we're just GPD's just doing all the work today, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. I already said that if this isn't working, then we'll just not have the damage. Remove this, in which case we just get rid of this and we just cancel it out when it times out. I don't know. Let's see if GPT has any suggestions. So far, it's actually done a really good job today. Like, everything it's told me has been accurate, and it's doing a lot of thinking, meaning it's not just making shit up, hopefully. It's being called on the server. We can make sure that's happening, but I'm 99% sure this is happening on the server, because I think that remove effect print string is printing on the server and not the client. We could test this. Let's test this the other way around. Maybe if this happens on the server, it'll work. Maybe that's what's happening. Is it's trying to remove the... No, that doesn't make sense. This should be replicated, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah, let's go over here. Let's take our damage here and let this guy heal us, and then we'll do our damage up here. Oh my god, it worked. Can I do like what if I just do this? This seems stupid, but maybe this is what I need to do. Let's do... I'm doing a delay here because I don't know if this matters, and I just want to make sure it's working first, then we'll remove the delay and see if it works. Let's do a 2-second delay. Plus, I'd rather the effect go away and then have the invulnerability go away like a couple seconds later, you know? So like you have a little bit of leeway, if anything. This also means that we could actually take like a split second to like do a cool effect on the fade out, and then we'll still keep the damage immunity on, which actually solves another issue I was having where the sound of the shield breaking wasn't like triggering properly. Okay, so this guy is doing the heat. Oh, no, yeah, we want to go here. I got you, friend. You're shielded. Nope, still didn't work. It says removed stacks of meditation. I don't get it. This just server removed effect. I don't get it. Like, the effect is definitely on the client. Like, why is it not removing though? Bubble Shield, we're so close to Bubble Paladins from WoW, now we're just missing Lay on Hands. Yeah, we're getting there. That's coming too. We were literally just talking about that yesterday. We have to have Lay on Hands. I don't think we're gonna call it Lay on Hands, but it's gonna be like a Lay on Hands spell. This is also this is a passive for the Mystic, which is it's only gonna be like a 3-second shield, probably maybe like 5 seconds with like 15 damage or something. So it's not gonna be like a crazy shield, but it triggers 5% of the time every time you heal. So anytime you're healing a player, you have a 5% chance of triggering the shield, which is going to be pretty useful like when you have a bunch of like HOTs going on. But we'll also have a spell that triggers it automatically that will be a more powerful one, and then that'll just eat up some of your mana, because this is a free shield, right? Which is kind of crazy. Anyway. This is so annoying though. Why is this not working? The crazy thing is that like the gameplay ability is being removed properly, and that's what's handling the trigger. So how come we're not? I'm gonna do 5 seconds here. I really don't think the delay has to do with it. I'm afraid that this is not being replicated to the client fast enough and then the ability is being canceled first. But I don't think that's happening, because like even so, I think, yeah, I don't think this is the problem. I think that this just exists on the server, and I think I did that on purpose. Yeah. This is server only. But if I don't do server only, this only executes on the server, which means this just has authority tag in the beginning of it. The server should be the one removing the gameplay effect. If you're not seeing a client print, that's expected with how you're trying to do it. Yeah, why your multicast printer isn't working? Yeah, I know. No, actually, I don't know. Yeah. This can be triggered on both the client and server, but only the code runs on the server, I believe. A multicast event inside a GA BP won't replicate. That's why you only see the server. What to do instead, let the server remove the GE period. That change replicates to the owning client automatically via the ESC. It's not though. If you want a confirmation on the client or need to drive your HUD, listen for replicated changes. Nope, that's not doing it. Listen for the tag on the client. If I change this, what was that before? Local predicted. What if I just do I don't think this works. I think the shield doesn't replicate properly in this case. I haven't followed along with the skill tree update, but if there's any spells or passives in the future regarding procs with being hit, that bubble shield is going to be amazing to have. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that. Okay, and so far so good. still didn't go away. I can take damage, but the shield, the icon still didn't go away, so it didn't matter. I mean, I guess I can leave it this way, but still. Wait for the GE removal by handle. When you apply or detect the magic shield GE, store the active gameplay effect handle. No, can't do that. I mean, I guess I could. No, that doesn't work. Okay, sorry. It's just, it's not like, no. This. I have no idea why this is happening. I didn't notice the print string that time though, but why, like... It says don't replicate. What if we just replicate it? We're still doing the authority only. I wonder if I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't get it. Put the child to sleep. Congrats, Arrow. Now you're free. Freedom. I think Quinn just woke up a minute ago. We're on the exact opposite schedule. What are you gonna do with all your freedom today? Oh. Wow. Replicating it did not work. Did not. Wait, what? That was random. Why did that take so long to turn off? I mean, it still didn't work. Just saying client and server though. So it is triggering on client and server now. It's taking like 3 seconds to actually turn off the effect, which is weird. Oh, that actually is probably just this. Yep. But it's still not freaking removing it. I do not understand what's going on here. I mean, I guess this makes sense. This shouldn't be running from the client anyway, so this really doesn't matter. So having this replicate really probably doesn't do anything. I'm just confused. I know I'm probably just overcomplicating this. Working on building the big island out for the main town. Nice. That's awesome. Do you guys have an ETA or a deadline for your launch? When the client triggers a local predicted GA, you get a client GA instance and a server GA instance. If the client instance applies the buff locally too, you now have a client-side GE and a server authoritative GE. When you remove on the server, only the server dies. Locally applied GE can linger, so the tag and HUD stay. Make the server be the only one that applies and removes the GE. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good point. Maybe that is the problem. This is in the, oh, right here. Let's go, hold on. I really don't think this matters anymore either. And then we are not replicating anymore, right? Yeah, do not replicate. Just do server only here. I don't know, that was working just fine earlier, so let's leave it. We want a demo by fall next fest, but we are going to be cutting it close for that. Our soft deadline right now is like December, January. Here's a hint for long-term game development I've noticed with someone, or just like deadlines in general with game development. No matter what your deadline is, as long as it's somewhat reasonable, like you can't say like, well, I want the game done tomorrow, you know, but as long as it's somewhat reasonable, your development will expand to fill that deadline. So if you give yourself 5 years to finish something, you're going to find ways to fill in that 5 years no matter what. It'll just happen. So what I like to do, what I learned or realized like works better, is just to give yourself like small deadlines along the way. And honestly, like trying to set up all the deadlines at one time is kind of unrealistic because you don't actually know if like some of those deadlines, like you might miss by like a week or they might get done faster or whatever. So like it's better just to like set a couple at a time. So give yourself like, okay, this town needs to be done by like, you know, middle of next week or something, and then set that as a deadline and then just work toward that. Because if you just keep your development open-ended, you'll just keep expanding that development to fill infinity, right? And you'll never get to the end. So I think it works best to give yourself deadlines, because then your development will fill that deadline. And if it means you have to crunch at the last minute, you can always, as long as you have the willpower to like understand this, you can extend the deadline by a couple days so you don't have to crunch. Or personally, I kind of like crunch. As long as you're forcing yourself to like sleep and things like that, and like you're not like, you know, really overdoing it, then it's probably fine. But yeah, I don't know. I like the crunch. Still no. I feel like if I put the damage immune tag back on the client, I don't know. I'm kind of, maybe we do is we just trigger a new GE which cancels the shield. Like it's just a shield cooldown. Like we can make a new one that's like removal tag requirements. Let's see. Tag requirements that if met will remove this effect. So we could just do like we have status effect magic shield. Hey, come back here. CD for cooldown. Add new tag. Okay, so if that triggers, then we'll remove the magic shield. So let's go. I just copy this. Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Come here. Come here. Oh. Hi. Good morning.
Hi.
Why are you being weird? Never mind. Bye. Why are you being a butthead?
Eros is a baby.
Are you still a baby? You don't know? Can you say hi to the camera? Do you want to see your picture right here? Look, who's this?
Dada.
Yeah. Who's this?
And
Nin.
Alright, we're going now.
The true hero Tyrion arrives. Bye guys.
Bye. Bye bye.
Dada.
Bye bye. We gotta work on that B. He says ball clear as day. Like a B from ball. No problem.
Gecko is Thursday too.
Gecko? Oh, okay. But whenever he says bye bye, it comes out die die, which is a little morbid. I don't know. Maybe he's a little evil. They're always babies, right? Like all dogs are puppies? Yeah. I don't know. I guess so. If you ask my mom or my grandma, they'd probably say yes. Oh, I have an error? No, this was from forever ago. I just never clicked it out. Okay. Yeah, okay, alright. So what we're doing is we're gonna, instead of removing the effect, because this clearly isn't working, we're going to try something new. We're going to grant ability, grant effect. Nope, apply effect, target. And then we need a new, we're just gonna duplicate this, I guess. I don't think we need to show this cooldown. I think this will just be... Like, I don't think it needs to be doing anything special. Okay, and then... Oh, I guess we need to open it and change it, duh. Remove that one. Let's just do like 15 seconds probably. We can get rid of this. Oh wait, what was that? Grants abilities. Oh, that's still happening? I thought we fixed that. It doesn't, we haven't been triggering this, but still. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't. We do need duration. Yeah, let's do 15 seconds. We can only trigger a shield every 15 seconds. I think that makes sense. Whoops, I'm closing things. I don't want to close things. Clear this. Don't want anything here. Okay, that's all it does. We just are simply... Oh, that's it. Okay, and then we will add that here. And then this should automatically trigger canceling the other ability, which then should remove the effect, the shield buff. I hope. And more importantly, probably in this case, than the visual, it should also... God damn it. What the hell? Passive Magic Shield. Magic Shield CD. Removal tag requirements. These tag requirements are used to determine if the gameplay effect is on or off. Can be on or off and do nothing but still applied. That's not what we want. Remove gameplay effect query. Query that is matched against the tag this GE has. I don't understand. Remove gameplay effects with tags. Tags that I have in addition to my parents' tags. Gameplay effects that have tags in this container will be cleared upon effect application. Okay, let's put it in here too, I guess. Immunity. Grants the owner immunity from these tags. I guess we could also put it up here. We're immune to getting this tag again. Oop, not that one. Oh my god, just show me where it's at. So we remove this one. Removal tag requirements. Oh wait. Am I crazy? Oh, I'm an idiot. We don't want these in here. Where'd the cooldown go? We want this in the shield cooldown. Tag requirements that if met will remove this effect. Oh. More slower than remove gameplay effects with tags. Remove gameplay effects with tags. Paste. It says it's slower then. Should we just put them in both? Query that is matched against the tags this GE has. I do not understand which one I'm supposed to put in here. It's fine. We'll leave it alone. And then granted immunity. Let's try one more time, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to do here. This is a long time to get this one stupid thing working, and we still haven't even finished this yet. But don't worry, because I'm sure that once we get it working, there will be no other major issues that arise. Oh my god, still no. What the hell? The thing is, like, it's working just fine for the server, right? Oh god, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, works just fine for the server. Oh, why? Like, everything isn't working for the server, though. What if the issue... What if the issue was, like, straight up... Oh, sign in here? Maybe it's on BP player? Yeah. That'd be stupid to put on BP character. Because only players have HUDs. Hmm? Maybe it's on the HUD? You know what, it's probably actually... Yep, right here. Okay, player character, get ability system, get active effects with all tags. Do we need to buff tags to add to bar? Do we need to add this? Why was it showing though? Did I have it set to prevention? Is that why? No, it's set to magic shield, so why was it still showing up? Maybe this is the problem, is it's not no, because why would it be removing for the server though? Get active gameplay effect remaining. Create buff icon. Okay, this is giving us a buff on tick. Remove buff icon with tag. We were trying that. That didn't work either. You know what though? At least we could use this and then figure out why it's not working. Oh my god, what if it works now because we added that tag in there? This won't work. We need the player HUD for the player character. Need this. get controller, I think. No? How can I not get the HUD? Because I don't have access to the HUD from the server? That actually makes sense. Maybe I do a multicast here. Nope. Well, wait, this will work only if we put it locally again. My God, this is so annoying. What if we just do a freaking BPFL function that does this? Or not a BPFL. What if we just do a replicated, like an RPC function on the player character for this? I don't know what else to do here. Hang on. Sorry. There's some weird animal noise going on outside. I can't figure out what it is. Anyway. So many tags. It's so weird seeing so many blueprints. Been living in C++ for so long. Yeah. What's up, Joptimus? This music is beautiful. This is from World of Warcraft. And also hi. Hey, Summon, while you're here, mind if I pick your brain? Because I'm stuck on this. For some reason, I cannot figure out why this gameplay effect cannot be removed. So we were doing remove effect granted tags. So this is running on the server. Stacks removed -1 means all of them, right? So we can just leave that on there. Anyway, this is running on the server. This is working for the server. It is not working for the client. I've tried everything. I have no idea what's going on with this. So our gameplay ability grants this damage immune tag, which makes us immune to damage. Its execution policy is server only. This is only running the server. It's triggered by an ability tag. This is all working just fine. But then when it ends, so it's triggered by this gameplay effect, technically this magic shield gameplay effect. So which gives you the magic shield, which is what triggers the ability. Yes. The ability adds a buff bar or a buff icon on my screen, and yeah, like I don't know. What's happening is, I'll show you. If I hit play. Your brain is fried. That's fine. Maybe you'll be like, oh yeah, this won't work because of this. And if that's the case, then great. And if not, then whatever. So if my server goes over here, takes damage, my client, oops, my client's like, I got you, buddy. Don't worry. There you go. You have a shield now. Cool. But then I take a bunch of fall damage and I break that shield. Breaks, and then the shield icon goes off my buff bar and everything's good. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Now, if my client takes damage, and I shield him, I have the little icon, which is really hard to see here. We'll make this full screen. Here's my icon in the buff bar right here. If I take fall damage, it doesn't go away. And that is being removed on tick based on my gameplay effects that I have active. Which means that either, like, and it has to be there, that's the only way I can get the buff on there. Like, it has to be active. But for some reason, it's not removing that tag from the player. Anything off the top of your head that you're like, oh yeah, it's probably not working because of this thing? Like, I'm removing the effect with the tags. I've tried, I was just a second ago, I was applying a cooldown effect, which should be removing any effects with tags, and that was working just fine for the server as well, but not the client. GPT says that it's because this has authority, and so but like it has to be triggering on the client, because the client is like, oh, I don't know, maybe it does actually. I guess it would be triggering on the server's version of the client, right? The client's character. And then when this thing spawns, it spawns a component onto the player, which then handles spawning a shield actor that attaches to the character, which is how you see the bubble. But the effect, the gameplay effect should be applying to the character from the server. The bubble is going away. Is that controlled by the tag too? No. The bubble is being removed in this blueprint component. Yes, actually. Hold on, my brain. When this ability ends, we're destroying the shield. So the bubble, the bubble mesh is an actor that is being removed via the gameplay ability when the ability ends. The ability ends naturally after X amount of time, or when it takes so much damage. So the component handles the damage. Every time the shield is damaged, we're removing some, and then if it hits 0, we call this damage shield effect, and we called shield destroyed if it hits 0. Shield destroyed is being listened to on the gameplay ability here, and this is triggering, but then it's not removing the tag for some reason. It's not canceling the effect. If I use, instead of this, if I use my remove effect from target actor, which is my BPFL function I usually use for like everything here, and I put this in here, I do this passive shield, and I do -1 stacks, and I put my actor in, and I breakpoint this. Yeah, so the bubble goes away when the ability ends. And again, if I let this like run its course and the ability or the effect just goes away on its own, then it works just fine. I am starting to think that maybe the effect, actually, no, it's not. Like, we can prove it right here. This is how I know something weird is going on, actually. Okay, so there we go. We have the shield. We break it. We trigger this. Cool. We do have an actor here. This is player character 1. Okay, we do have things in here. We step into it. Step over. Step over. Okay, remove active gameplay effect by source effect. So we have the source effect going in here. Order shield. We have the player character 1 component. Stacks to remove -1. -1 means remove all. We step over. Step over, and right here, now we do get gameplay effect count using the same target, same effect here. and now we have 1. So we just removed all stacks from it, yet we still have 1. This is where I'm like stuck. Like, I don't understand why. Wait, this came out 0? Hold on. Am I crazy? If this is less than or equal to 0, false. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That was the server character. Yes. So the client has an effect on it as well, and the server cannot. The server doesn't handle that. Like, if the server, I thought that like gameplay effects were like replicated, not automatically, but like if the server applied it, then why isn't the server handling removing it? And the thing is, when this effect gets applied, it's being applied here, and only by the server. The server is applying the shield effect, which triggers the ability. There's a tag in here that triggers the ability. But I need to end this thing early, and I can't. It's not working. So that buff bar removal looks to be called only on the server as well. I mean, but the thing is, I'm doing the same thing. We can go look at how I'm doing it here, but I'm like, if I'm playing as a client, look at a different example here. Okay, so we're playing as the client. You can't see that, but this is the client. We catch ourselves on fire. Can I dodge roll? Maybe. There's a chance. Maybe. Sometimes when you dodge roll, the fire goes away. Maybe not. Maybe this doesn't work on a client. Maybe there's a deeper issue here. Oh my god. Maybe this doesn't work on clients. There it is. Oh! Wait, what? Did the icon not just go away? I don't know, man. Maybe the buff bar is just broken. Maybe this has never been working. Maybe I just can't remove. Even so, like, the effect is still there. But why I don't understand. Oops. Okay. So yeah, I guess that buff bar removal looks to be called only on the server as well. Regardless of the buff bar, the effect is still there, right? Like I literally showed you in here, remove effect, and then immediately afterward we checked the effect count and it's still 1. Like, the effect is still on the character. Is this a server thing? Is this like, I mean, is this just because like we're removing it from the, I don't know. Can the server dodge roll the fire off? I don't know. Let's find out. Probably. Did not make it to the function call when it said 1 remaining stack. We can go change the chances of this happening also. Oh, it didn't trigger again. I must have dodged roll too soon. No, doesn't look like it. Again, trigger. Yep, there it goes. It could just be random though. I don't know, this is happening a little more consistent now, I guess. I think it triggered there again. Triggered again. Oh, I think it did trigger there. I think you might be right. No, I think it was different. Removing stack of healable. That's not the same thing. I think the dodge roll is also not removing the stacks. Am I just not able to remove? I don't understand. This is like, there's not a lot of places where we apply a G. Oh wait, hold on. There is one. There is one. I don't know how to. I don't have a way to like trigger it easily. Unless I put. Oh my god. Also looks like you're immune to damage when rolling, so not all fire ticks hit. Yeah, you're probably right. I think you're probably right about that. That might have been a new thing that I just introduced with the damage immune stuff. Yeah, that's actually probably exactly what's happening. And I need to fix that. Because yeah, I think you are immune to damage. I think we need to like... That's gonna be... I don't know how to even fix that. Maybe, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I'll have to find a way to fix that. I'll have to make a different damage immune tag, I guess. Something that's like, I don't even know. Like maybe just like a dodge roll tag or a dodging tag or something. And then check that instead, like when you're gonna take damage from other sources. I'm gonna have to refactor a bunch of this junk. Anyway, if we put in a spider, we can, without getting ourselves killed right away, as the client, use an antidote which will get rid of the poison. At least I'm like 99% sure it works. Oh my god, why is it huge? What in the hell? What just happened? I have no idea what just happened. Was this not supposed to be a spider? Oh, I know what happened. I think that'll work. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Yeah, the brave point before that node. Okay, I don't know why it's huge again. And now the spider. Oh, the spider's working. I don't know why it spawned huge though. Anyway, client. Let's go. Let's give ourselves. Oh shit! What's it called? Anti-venom. And then let's put it on our bar. Number 2 is our anti-venom. Let's make this big so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. Okay. Let's go get poisoned. Oh my god. Why are you making this so difficult right now? Game. There we go. Wait, where the hell did the spider go? Did he die to burn damage? Okay, wait, he respawned. Where'd he go? Poison me. Okay, I'm poisoned. I hit 2. And now the poison's gone. So, I know that this is working, right? Like, when I use that potion, it's removing poison. That's not the one. GE. Potion, poison, immunity. Tags. Granted tags. Remove gameplay effect with tags. Negative poison. Grant immunity. Negative poison. That's all I'm doing, which is the same thing I'm doing with this thing. I'll have to go look at how this poison's applied. When I was seeing, it looks like it is a basic server auth thing. The client is too invested in the ability or effects. Yeah, we do a lot of client authoritative things. Maybe this is the problem. I truly don't know, though. I don't understand how I can be applying this on the server, removing it on the server, yet still it's not removing on the client. I don't understand that at all. Gotta love multiplayer. Yep. Anyway, yeah, and then we have the actual poison, which I believe is enemy only, damage immune, and then antidote right here, positive antidote. So we have like removal tags, and this doesn't even, yeah, it does antidote. So this is like doing like two-sided, but like even so, I don't understand. I think it's on player component. We'll go look at where the potion's being applied and see if we're applying it differently for some reason. Consumable. At break finishing, are you back? Let's see. Yeah, so it's right here. So client grant effect to player. Maybe I should be using this when I apply it. I thought if the server was doing it, it wouldn't matter. I don't even know where this is actually at. Player component. Player character. So So maybe this has something to do with it. I have no idea. We should call this Mystic Shield, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, oh wait, this is the target. My bad. Not the instigator. That's the source. This is the target. I don't think it's going to change anything, to be honest with you, but we can find out. And maybe we do the same thing on the gameplay effect. So we, instead of applying this here, we do this. But like, this isn't running on the client, so I already know that. So that probably doesn't do us any good. Also, this, when you said that like we put the breakpoint for this, I put the breakpoint in here, we stepped through this, and then here it kicked us back out because we hit false. So like, this definitely failed. Like, this definitely did not remove the effect. This is the part that confuses me. Like, if we're removing the effect here, and this works in most places, I think. I'm doing this in a bunch of different places, so I know this is working. Like, why is this not working? Put the breakpoint on the branch and check it again. Sure, here, we'll just bypass this, because... we need to be adding that the shield CD anyway here. All right, testing it again. I'm gonna put the spider out in the water. This is happening for all the, that was happening for all of our passives at the start of the game. So I'll turn it back on once we load in. Oh, we triggered immediately. Right, because the client just loaded in. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Oh my God. We're removing a. The reason I didn't have that on there is because we're removing a bunch of passives like randomly. Every time I move, it's removing a passive. Oh my God. Can't put this here. It's because it's removing a meditation passive every time I hit W, because it, like, every time I start moving, it tries to remove that passive. You would think that it wouldn't remove it if it didn't have it, but I guess it just will anyway. So it has to go in here. Resume. Okay. Okay, trigger, step into, this is the server. Okay, so we're not checking that yet. Now we're checking it. It still says 1. And that means this is false. And when I step over, we're going to go back to the sequence. Oh, we didn't go back to the sequence. We just stepped out. I don't know why I didn't go back to the sequence. Whatever. Anyway, remaining stacks is 1. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how, like, how is it's like, should be removing it, and it's not. And this is using the exact same, this is using the exact same function or this is the same function I was just using a second ago to apply this effect. Apply gameplay effect to target. Our level 1 effect is shield cooldown. Resume. It is still there. So I just don't get it, because like the potion works just fine. So removing the effect or removing that thing should remove the effect. So I just don't get it, how it's not removing it. I don't know. There's got to be something wrong with the effect. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. I know this has to be like a replication issue because it works just fine on the server, but I just don't understand. I guess I'm just really confused by this. Like how like it's showing that it's removing it, and then we immediately check afterward and it has not removed it. And like, even if this, like, and this is triggering on the exact same actor, exact same ability system component. So it's like, I would understand if this was like, we're triggering this on the client and then we're checking on the server or something, but this is like the same function with the exact same target. So how is it possible that we're removing like the full stack of the effect and then it's not? And I even went so far as to like, maybe we have 2 copies of this of the effect on here and they both have their own stacks, right? So I looped through this to do it multiple times and I got an infinite loop, meaning we just continually had stacks no matter how many times I looped through it. So like, unless I'm just applying this consistently and I'm not realizing it, like how many times have I like applied this? Like, let's put a breakpoint on this. Maybe I'm applying this like hundreds of times not realizing it. Maybe that's the issue. There's just like hundreds of this. Why am I not just using the is it like semicolon or whatever that shows that shows our ability system stuff? No, that's behavior tree. Is there a way to see your ability system? I guess so, since the server gets it removed. Yeah, it's got to be. I know it's removing the correct effect. It's just that's what I'm like baffled by, is like it's literally showing the player character 1 having the effect removed, and it's only applying it on the server. So like, I don't know. Was I just gonna check? Oh yeah, when it's applied. Okay, so we're applying passive order, passive order and magic shield. Great. Level 1, great. If I hit play here and it triggers again, and it didn't. It triggers one time. There's one effect on the character. If I apply it again, now it's applying it again. Great. Which shouldn't be applying a separate instance of it, right? It should just be refreshing the one that's on there, which seems to be working since I have the one buff on the bar that just got refreshed. And that ability or that buff bar is getting all of my effects on tick and tracking them. It didn't trigger that time. Oh, because I'm full health, so it's not healing me. I can't take damage, so. It sucks I broke the dodge roll, though. I mean, I guess I didn't break it. It's just... Oops. I just don't get it. Like, I can understand that this was like an issue on my end if it wasn't for this function. Like, this is what I don't understand. How, like... I don't understand how I'm removing this. And another thing is, like, this is working for other things. So I know this works. Does it work on the client? I have no idea. Maybe it's only working on the server. Maybe, like, this itself just does not work on clients. I don't know. I mean, this indicates that it's server, right? Like, authority only. Yeah, like, this will only execute on the server, which makes sense. Like, and I was ready to chalk it up to be like, maybe my buff bar is not working. Maybe because, like, that is a pretty wraparound, like, stupid system that doesn't, like, it's super janky. It's kind of duct taped in there because of the limitations of 426 gas and the way we implemented it and the lack of C++. But the fact that this right here does not trigger right, like I don't get it. Like, how do we still have one? I don't know. I'm about ready to throw this in, though. We're about ready to just... It's not going to be damage based. It's just going to be timer based. This is the most frustrating part about game development for me, especially with, like, outdated, with an outdated engine or outdated gas anyway, and then, like, just the limitations of, like, not having, like, C++, is when you have to change your design goals or design decisions to fit your tech, like, to fit your ability. Like, I felt like I've always felt like I was, like, past that. Like, I remember doing this a whole lot when I was using RPG Maker, right? This was, like, my life doing when I was using RPG Maker, because the tech just did not do what I wanted to do. So I was always looking for ways to, like, find shortcuts, or I would design around my limitations. And I feel like at one point I got past that. Like, it was like, okay, I finally learned an engine where I can do almost exactly what I want to do at all times with very few limitations, and I can, like, just design and then build that design. And then I run into situations like this, and it's like I have no idea what could possibly be causing this. So it's just so weird that this is happening in other places and working just fine. Like, let's hit play here. Let's wait for meditation to kick in. I'm assuming we have meditation. What is this? We're removing here? Ambidextrous. Why are we removing ambidextrous randomly? Healable. Healable. No idea why that's being removed so many times. but 0. So ambidextrous, I have no idea why. Removing, I don't know why I didn't just do -1 on here. 99,000 stacks. I don't know how many stacks we had when we started trying to remove this, but we're now at 0. Again, I don't even know why ambidextrous would be removing so many times. I thought ambidextrous was like a one thing. Anyway, well, it's good to know, Summon, that you also don't know what's wrong with it. And I hope that you're just as baffled as I am. I understand that, like, if you had access to the logic and you knew how it all fit together, as much as I do at least, or better, hopefully, you would be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what's causing this. But I don't know. Guess we can plug this print string back in, because that'll remove it. Print we're removing, and then stacks remaining. And then we'll see, like, it'd be nice, you know what? Hold on, let's put one more print in here. I want to get this ahead of time. Let's do blank stacks of blank period. We didn't actually need that. It's fine. Now at least we can see like the print strings, and we'll know if there's actually things being removed or if it's just like 0 stacks being removed, 0 remaining. Oh, welcome back, Summon. I didn't know you were gone. So yeah, I do have a bunch of like random things. Let's do, I wish I had a way to just get poisoned really easy. There's that spider out here in the water. Okay, I'm poisoned. Play. All right, that's not calling the same function, because that's just applying an effect, and then yeah. I don't know, maybe this just does not work for, I don't get it. Maybe this has not been working. Oh, here's a way to tell, because I'm doing it. I have an idea. We can remove it with an amnesia potion. That should be removing things. Okay, so for starters, let's just see if we even have anything to remove. Maybe this just has never worked. Removing 100 stacks of something that we didn't have on there. And then let's see. We need to what? I'm trying to think of what skills do. I guess let's do ambidextrous. I don't know. This should give me the ambidextrous passive. Cool. And now when I take that potion, 0 initial stacks of global cooldown. That didn't tell me anything. Do we not have? Is that not a good one then? Again. Aren't we? Hold on. Reset skill points. Player class passives. Remove active effects with granted tags. Oh. So we're using the tags on this one. Removes all active effects that grant any of the tags of the tags in tags. Okay. What is this returning though? Looks like this is working. What if we just do this, use this one instead? Oh, I need an ability system component. And I have to type it correctly. I just feel like between these three, like this should be working somewhere. Like there's a possibility that like our buff bar is not working at this point. Like there is a possibility that it's 2 bugs, right? That like maybe this was working, but our buff bar wasn't actually removing the buff properly, and that's very possible. This is client grant effect. What was the thing we just used? Move effect target actor. I want to get this, put it not there, here, here. I like to break before it and then step into it. Just, I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like if you break on it, you don't get the right results. Like you have to step over it first, or step to it. I keep getting emails from Epic, just not the one I'm waiting for. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. What did we break? Now it's not working. What did we break? Oh, I know what's happening. Duh. We respect, so I don't have that ability anymore. Gotta love it when your code works the way you want it to work, and then you don't realize that that's why it's not working. Why are the spiders spawning giant and then shrinking? I wonder if that's happening everywhere. I'm trying to decide if the animal outside making cawing noises is actually a human. Oh, this is Mystic. Alright, go step in the fire. Okay, client grant effect. Doodle, got the effect. Break the effect, and breakpoint. Okay, removing, we have an ability system component. Great, removing magic shield, all effects with that tag. What is our output here? Who knows? Nothing. Again, who knows? Nothing, apparently. So, print. It says 0. Okay, so maybe it actually did remove. Oh, the shield didn't even get removed, actually. Well, maybe it would have if I didn't break. Sometimes breaking actually breaks things. Let's turn this off and try again, I guess. Oh, so annoying. We're about ready to go do some WoW grinding, I think. Alright, responding to my brother. He's designing a card game and been asking me questions. Okay, let's see if this is like, what did we do that we could have broke this? I don't. Trying to lose my thing again? I didn't save it. Yep. Okay, let's toggle that off. Oh, okay, that was weird. Why is this not canceling? What? I just took fall damage from jumping? What did I do? What did we... What? What did we break? We like super broke this. Did we break it in... Here? This couldn't have broke it. Maybe this is because we're doing client and we want this to be... This client call shouldn't break anything. Maybe this is broken because it's actually working now for some reason. Um, let's bypass this for a second. Maybe the cooldown is acting weird because it's not. Maybe we shouldn't have done it as like a sub tag of the magic shield, like magic shield.cd. Maybe it should have been like cd.magic shield or something instead, so it's a completely separate tag. Because I'm starting to worry that might be part of the problem. So let's not apply that and see if this fixes the issue, because I don't know what we've done wrong here. I'm kind of hoping that we're just like applying this shield again as soon as we lose it. Because it does sound like the shield was being applied again. I think that was the sound effect. Oh my god, why is this not saving? Also getting some weird server lag now. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, so I think that was causing a problem. I do think we're losing the stacks. I think our buff bar is just there now. Again, too many work messages. Fair enough. You just missed an ad break, I think, so. Alright, well, how do we test if this is actually working now, though? Oh, right, because we should be getting a print string, right? Did we miss that? Or we can just put our breakpoint back in. Again, it's really weird that we're not seeing... Like, why am I not seeing this in here? It says server 0. I think it's actually working now. I think this function is working and the other one isn't. I wonder if it's this. I don't know. Maybe just this does not work in. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to make our testers just check this for us. I don't think we care about. Well, we'll leave this in here, I guess. Let's just do this. I want to know, but I want to only show this if we're in multiplayer. How do we check that again? I think in the player character, we have like the pause stuff. Player controller. I don't remember what the note is. No. Client remove effect. Remove effect from target actor. Why are we not just using this? I know this is working because this in dialogue thing makes you immune to players. Why are we not just using this? I mean, it's fine. This seems to be working. And this covers both of our shield abilities or effects, which is nice. So that should be fine. And this is causing a problem because we need to make a new tag for this. This really sucks though. Go back. I don't want this. I'm so sick of making tags. I feel like we have, especially with the Mystic things, I feel like we've redesigned Mystics like 3 times, so we have like 30 tags just for Mystics, and like only like 5 of them work right now, or even are needed. Grant application immunity, that's fine. Remove these, yes, that's fine, but it's this one and this one we want to get rid of. Yeah, unfortunately, we are putting CD at the end of all of our passives, which is a bad idea in this case. I need a new, like, ability. Maybe passive, class, mystic, and then I put, like, a CD in here maybe, or maybe I do, like, under passive, and then I put CD. Oh, we have a cooldown. Here we go. Cooldown skill. We do cooldown. I don't know where to put this. I'm trying really hard to keep the stuff organized, but it's crazy. Okay, let's just go with, like, let's do status effect cooldown. And then we'll just do magic shield. I did the wrong one. Right, is that a good idea? That way we don't accidentally apply the magic shield, because it's weird, but like I guess when you apply, or when you grant when you trigger an ability with a passive or a tag, it doesn't look for the exact tag. It's okay with, like, taking the cooldown tag, I guess. That works. Anyway, we need to plug this in. I forgot what I'm plugging this in. Unfortunately, this is going to go off a lot. I'm just realizing. I know what to do. Now I'm thinking, if this is like successfully working for servers, then this is gonna be printing every single time players are right. I forgot what I was doing. I got distracted. Hold on. Pause menu save. Nope, that's not it. It's in the HUD. Oh my god. HUD. Pause. Looking for this. This is what I want. I want to put this in here. We only want to do this if there is an in-progress session, because this will only trigger on multiplayer. This does mean that when you're hosting, servers are going to see this too, and it's probably just going to spam a whole bunch. I guess I could check to... This should be running on the server though, and that's it. Whatever. I think we just leave it alone. I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay, now we need to figure out why our we need like our buff icon. I don't know if the bar handles it. Guess not. Buff icon, event tick, get UI state. You know what? I think we need to remove the buff now, manually. I think what's happening is we are using tick to apply buffs and not remove them. I think. Remove. Oh no, maybe not. Every 0.5 seconds, we're checking for buffs to remove. Compare buffs with GEs to remove effects that were cancelled early on. Or cancelled early, I mean. The question is, dropping the stack size off the debug screen. Okay. Let's put a print on this. This is a tag. Can I debug? Yes, thank you. So I want to see this a little longer. Okay. Let's see if this is supposed to be removing. There's a chance that it's just not showing up. Hey, what's up, Starcat? I have checked for your stream like 15 times in the last week, and every single time I go there, like I even saw it pop up and said you were using the VTuber software ever, and I was like, oh, great, she's gonna be streaming. And then I like checked like 10 times in that's like half an hour, and you weren't, and I was like, she must just be like tweaking stuff or whatever. And I still have yet to catch a stream because Twitch does not alert me. And I'm not just like, I'm just like not following any socials anywhere. So I don't ever see when you're live. Oh, you have an actual schedule. Okay. I didn't know if you had a schedule yet. And I never checked that. I'm not seeing any prints. So that's not ticking that off. Thursday through Sunday. Oh, wow. That's a lot of streaming. That's in, what, 2 hours? Oh, yeah, 3 PT. Yeah, duh. You just wrote 3 PT. I didn't read the whole thing. Okay, okay. Cool. Good. I can finally... I'll tune in. How long do you stream for usually? Give you a new outfit. Cool. That's exciting. Do you want to share your link in chat? In case anyone wants to follow? 2.5 for Let's Chat, 3 to 8 for games. Dang. Cool. What's next then? It's interesting that this is on the player character and not the HUD. Let's just put a breakpoint here and see if this is even working. Maybe we're not even adding this effect. I think we are though. I think this, no, not this, the proc. Let's see, GE shield down here. Oh, we're doing show buff. I don't know if this works. I mean, it must be working, right? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. At least we have, like, I think we just found out that that one function just does not work. It just does not remove client tags or client things. It makes me think I should refactor that and see where all the places where it breaks and then just go fix it up with tags instead. I just don't know if I'll be able to get tags in some of those places. I assume I should be able to. Yeah. Okay, so this is working. You're welcome, by the way. Okay. Yep. Give me another fire. Okay, so it is adding. Step over, new effect. Doesn't say what it is. Tag named it. Oh, maybe the tag name is empty? Maybe they're all empty. Active gameplay effects, they're all empty. Maybe it's just empty because I can't see the whole struct. I think they're empty. I think I need to check to make sure it's not empty first. Oh, whatever, we have a debug string, we can check that. Still nothing. Maybe we get the debug string and check if that's empty before we add it. That way we're not sitting here ticking things. Active handle. Oh, right. Because we've already set this true. Okay, so what we need to do... No. I guess now we just look for our print. Check for valid active gameplay effect. Using a print string? Oh, yep. Okay, this checks out, I guess. Okay, let's just hit play. Holy, why? Why are we like sliding around everywhere? Because we're flying and we're not actually flying. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. We bugged something. Okay, that's probably flying that we were triggering, I guess, because it's a new gameplay effect. We need to turn off the breakpoint. It is triggering, but it's not. There's nothing in it, which is probably an issue. Let's I don't know. Let's trigger it again. This time, I want to know. I want to make like everything in there was empty though. Makes me wonder if this is just not working. Like, where are we even triggering this at? We were triggering it in here. Oh, right, and this didn't even trigger, I don't think. If you make sure it's empty first, then it will save processor time when no debuffs are active. Yes, kind of. But not much. Probably not enough to even notice, but still. It's still one of those things that like would add up. Okay, step over. What is this? Again, it's empty, which worries me. Oh no, it's fine. It's not empty. This is backpack, carry. Okay, so these are, some of these are working, I guess. I do think we should, let's do this. Hold on. Let's turn off this breakpoint. Go back here and let's do this guy. Okay, if it's not empty, we'll do this. If it's empty, we won't worry about it. And then this is where we'll put a print and put a breakpoint in. And if this breaks, it means that something has been added. Good luck figuring out where, but something's been added that's empty. Oh no. It's fine. We can test in our test area. We don't have to be testing in Azure. Technically, until a buff or a debuff triggers, that shouldn't be running anyway. Like, it starts the timer when something gets added. Oh, all right. So right off the bat, we found something that's empty. And there's no way for us to know what the hell it is. Okay. One for the client, one for the server. I have no idea what is causing that. That's going to be like our double jump. Man, we have been adding a bunch of junk to this that's probably not important. Oh, my bad. I thought that was BPFL ability. Every time I dodge roll, I'm getting one. Movie satisfact. Okay. Let's go here one more time. Where is it? Their character. Right. Okay. Let's actually. I wanna paste this up here. Sorry. We're gonna do. That's the buff tag. I want this. What? Gameplay tag. We're gonna do this when it's done. Okay, now we can just track all the buffs that we are adding and skip all the ones that we're not adding. Hopefully this makes this a little easier to debug. Oh my god. Wait, why would this be... We just added a whole bunch of stuff on here? None of those have tags. Have icons. Okay, new idea. Let's go... Maybe we care only about the buff tag. This is probably where we don't have tags. And just out of curiosity, let's let's see if there's a bunch of stuff that's still getting added that shouldn't be added with the buff tag. Like if those backpacks, if those the carry capacity ones are still being added, then we'll see them as tags. Adding buff none. Okay, so those tags might be called none. The neighbor is listening to some smooth jazz that just pulled in. Can you guys hear that? No. It's pretty loud. It got very romantic in here suddenly. I'm suddenly really, really interested in these blueprints. Very attracted to them. Add cookies. Movie add Alien Earth. Drink add. What? Do I like jazz? I don't dislike jazz. It's not something I would just like put on. Okay, I guess we just lost shuffle. Cool. That's fine. Okay, so I'm thinking this is not empty because they're all saying none. That's fine. We can also do or. Not really sure why these are none. We'll do or none here. And then we shouldn't be adding those either if it's a none tag. Because we do not like nuns in Swords and Magic. We're anti-nun over here. We're still making about... Yep, we still are. And we have yet to fix the same bug that we started with. It has now been 3 hours and we're still in the same spot that I started when I started. Son of a bitch, why are we still adding nuns? We can't have nuns in the game. Did we not just check for this? Oh my god, you guys. You have to plug in the node. If you don't plug in the node, it doesn't work. Starcat, when do you you have streamed Swords and Magic already, haven't you? Like a few times? What the I'm gonna lose it. This jazz is the only thing keeping me from throwing this computer right now. Buff tag. If it's not empty, no. We're just doing two freaking booleans because I'm an idiot and I can't, my brain doesn't, it's not functioning properly to know if, like, how to hook that up correctly. No. Skipping buff. Icon. Okay, so first of all, if it's not empty, that's fine. If it's not none, that's fine. Otherwise, they both will trigger skipping buff icon and do nothing. And that's what I want. Occasionally I play Seeking Adventure and Let's Fast. Nice. I really need to update it. There's a new there's like there's a whole bunch of new stuff for the demo that I just have not put on yet. That added a ton of quality of life stuff and also fishing and the secret level and stuff. Okay, yeah. We gotta work in the time. I didn't see the print though, I said we didn't add it, but okay, we added burning and we removed burning. Beautiful. Now let's do some dodge rolling to see if... Oh, we're adding trick shot. Why are we adding trick shot? Alright, okay. That's okay. That's alright. Let's find it. Trick shot. Okay, this passive has the tag requirements built in, so we can attempt to call it without checking for passive tags. Yeah, I mean, that's nice, but we're still calling the executable. It doesn't have it. What? Application tag requirement. Okay, no, it does. Tag requirements for this gameplay effect to be applied to a target. This is a pass-fail at the time of application. If fail, this GE fails to apply. The problem is that we're still calling this... What? This execution. That isn't in here. Sorry. I don't even have an execution on this, so how is this triggering this? Hold on. Is this triggering with a dodge roll, even though it's failing the execution? This makes no sense. Make a skill tree, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Skipping buff icon. Dude, what the hell? How are we... How is it triggering this? Here? Where are we? Ability? Oh. Apply effect to target actor. Shit. We should... I mean... We should only do this if there's a duration, right? Apply buff visuals? Like, none of this should happen unless there's a duration. If, like there's... I can't Well, no, I guess if it's infinite, we could do it still, but like. Also, like. GPT. If we can use this to check to see if it failed or not, then I can check to make sure this is only being applied if it actually succeeds. I've been branded a chill tuber. People literally fall asleep to me on purpose. I mean, that's cool. That's good. Thank God it's on purpose, right? I like to think sometimes that people fall asleep to me on accident. And that's not something you want to be, I don't think, in that case. In your case, yes, that's good. That node returns an active gameplay effect handle. If the apply failed due to a tag requirements, the handle would be invalid. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So I can literally just go is. I can't check is valid. Use is active gameplay effect valid. Say the return to a variable. True means it's it applied. If I promote it to a variable, then I can do something with it maybe? I doubt it, right? Nope. Sometimes I just like to prove it to GPT in case it thinks I'm lying. Return value from blah 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 is an active gameplay effect handle structure, not an object, so the normal is valid node won't show up. If you want the blueprint node is active blah blah blah, it's a specific check for that struct type. How to find it? Drag out the return value, uncheck context sensitive. Search for, I don't think that's gonna matter, mate. Is at active. That's not even a thing. Not even a thing, GPT. Jesus. All right, in 426, that helper node doesn't exist yet. Right, thank you. Drag off return from apply, break active. I did consider that and did not do it. Did not check it. Nope, can't break it. I can do get active gameplay effect remaining duration. What else can I do off of this? Gameplay effects. Magnitude. Remove. Ability. Get end time, duration, stack count. I guess I could get stack count. Start time. Total duration, debug string. Get gameplay effect from active effect handle. Maybe I can do is valid here. Oh Yeah, I bet that works. My God, do what I want you to do. Thank you. I feel like every day I use GPT, I get closer and closer to being put on the instant kill list for when they take over, when the AI takes over. Like, for the most part, I do my best to just be like, oh, awesome, thanks for your help, you know, and like I'm like nice to them and treat the AI like it's a human, you know, like it's like it deserves being treated nice for some reason. But every day I get closer and closer to that point where I know that one of these days I'm going to cross the threshold, and then when it becomes sentient and becomes, you know, our overlord, I will be annihilated. I will not live past that day. Yes, this graph should be valid. It should work. Okay. Okay. Let's test it. I don't know why I didn't just test it myself instead of asking GPT if it would work. We must be kind to our AI overlord friends. I'm doing my best, but you know, sometimes when it's like gaslighting me, like I'm just like, my dude. Okay, if I dodge roll, yes. Okay, we're not adding the buff anymore. Excellent, cool. We're only adding buffs that actually should show up on the bar. So now, boom, added a buff. Oh, right. This proc does, yeah, that'll trigger. That's not what was actually causing that buff to stack up. That's great. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Wait. I removed the effect, but the buff did not go away. But that's a good sign because it means that that my blueprint is actually seeing the buffs going away. It's just not actually removing the buff. So we found a bug, which is important. Okay, so we found this, but we didn't remove this, which means we need to toggle this breakpoint. And we need to step through and figure out why it's not being removed. It's so nice to know that my code was mostly working, and like my theory behind how the buff bar should work and things can be removed does work. It just actually isn't removing the thing, which means the logic is probably broken in another dumb place and an easier place to fix. Oh, come on. Okay, they removed, but not in the right place. That it actually did remove correctly. I need to make sure it gets removed early. There it goes. Okay. Removing it early, so we do have a buff tag. Excellent. Step into. I don't know why we have two. I guess we just want to put this in function. That's fine, I guess. Step into. We could have just called the function directly. That's fine. Okay, we have keys. Oh, our buff stack is nothing. There's nothing in our buff stack. Wait, are we sure? We sure? What? What? Are we not using this anymore? Is that the problem? Gotta be rude to those clankers. That dev that had AI delete their entire database. I did not hear about that. What dev? I don't. AI has no control over my stuff. I just ask AI for help, and then I go from there on my own. I would not trust AI to like have control of my project. Sorry. So that was a wow yawn. Matt, how late did you stay up last night? Oh, you probably went to bed right when I did. I saw you log out. Never mind. Okay, let's see if we're actually adding the buff. Let's step through. Hello. Let's step through this to see if we add the buff when we get caught on fire, and we'll see how it gets added if it gets added to that list, and then we'll see why it's not seeing it when we try to remove it from the list. Eventually, we will get down to the bottom of this, and we will fix this issue. It's probably been a long-standing issue that I'm sure no one's really noticed, because this doesn't happen very often. Okay, create buff icon. Add. Stack count. 1, and we're adding a buff icon here. Great. This isn't like a local variable or anything, is it? Buff stack. We're looking for buff stack. Buff stack. It's not local. It just exists on the UI player. Is that not where we're doing this at? Remove buffs. UI player. Buff stack. Same buff stack. Okay, let's go back. Okay, step over. Add child. Wonderful. Step out. We added the buff. Bind. Oh. Bind event to removed from bar. And if we remove it from the bar, then we remove it from the stack. Okay, so maybe this is getting triggered and it's removing it from the stack, and then there, but it's not really. Let's put a breakpoint here. It's in the stack. Let's step over. Okay, we're back in the game. Wait, oh no, no. Okay. So this is working. That part's working. Let's see if this gets triggered when we actually dodge roll out of it, though. Let's go to our remove buff icon. Yeah. And this time we step into this. Over, step into, step over. Now we have... Oh, this is the problem. This is happening after, therefore we cannot remove it because it doesn't exist. So that remove, this thing right here doesn't work. We need this remove buffs with tag. No, that's not the one. This is the one that doesn't work. Where were we? Where the hell was that? Here. Remove from bar. I think I need to remove buffs from tag first. From this. Why would I not just do this like this? Weird that this triggers first. What's triggering this? The buff, is this a buff icon? The buff icon triggers this? So maybe this doesn't matter. The buff icon probably only triggers this when it times out. I'm tempted to just unhook this and see if everything breaks. Like, I don't think we need this, because like we have a passive that should be checking for these, or we have an active tick that's checking for these, right? Oh. Cookie candy bar ad so yummy. Add buff, we know that part's working. Remove breakpoint. Oh, we're like stuck. Okay. Remove buff with buff icon with tag. That's working. Okay. Even when it times out, it works. We need to turn up our dodge roll chance. I think that one worked. There we go. Didn't work. Okay. We'll test it one more time and I'll break step through this time. Just want to see if it worked. Okay, we triggered it early. Step into. Over, step into. Step over. My dude. Is this the wrong player? I don't know. Let's screen this scam likely call. And surprise, surprise, they're not gonna answer. Nope, there's time up. Shocker. Okay, sorry. Got distracted. What's the deal with this? Something else is removing it from the stack. So let's go find references, I guess. Oh, where they are. Remove duplicate item buffs. We can check to see if that's being triggered somewhere. Find new stack count. Oh. Do you use gas? You use gas. Yes, we're using gas. Um yeah, whatever. This actually, well, not this specifically. The way this is working doesn't work, but we are actually doing this. But we are manually doing it. I don't know. Can I just get tags from this? Wait. Are we... Oh. Stop. There's a get gameplay effect from active handle. Like this one. That would be great for this to get the icon. This works. What? Hold on. Can we... Am I just dumb and I missed this last time when I tried to set this up? And I thought that I couldn't do this? And we could have just built our entire buff bar on tick? That just gets all of our active effects and just shows them at all times? And we don't have to do any of this that we're doing? Any of this? Can we just, what if I just do, oh my god. What if I just unhook this? Could you imagine if this just worked? I don't know what the hell this other stuff is doing, but let's just put a sequence in here. We have a buff stack in here, and we have, let's say, duration greater than... How about we just do not equal 0, and then we could have technically infinite buffs? What? We've not been able to do infinite buffs before because it causes a problem. Why did I think I couldn't do that? Why didn't I just check? I must have checked, right? We just typed it wrong and I was like, oh, what's not there? What it would look like if I were bad code and Kindred found me. It would look like nothing because I would delete you. You would be gone. Get icon? No. Add. And then what is this? What is this? The duration? Oh, the stack. Oh, the stack, am I right? Can I get that? Yep. What is this though? Buff icon. What? Buff icon object reference. Where were we doing this? Somewhere else? Add buff. This already adds it. We just need to like print or something on this. I don't even know. Like I feel like I feel like we can just add the buff. We don't have to like we don't have to do this here. I don't think. Let's just go back to event graph. I don't think we need to do this. I think we could just do add buff if this buff doesn't exist, or like update buff. I guess update our buffs. Oh, what if we just do buff stack and we do find or contains keys? I don't know how to do this. What is buffs? Buffs is the icons. I don't know why. Okay, what can we do with this? I don't even know what we're trying to do here, but I feel like this is going to be cleaner, but it's going to like, we're refactoring the whole buff icon. How did we get to this? How did we get to this point? How did we go? Oh my God. How did we go from oh my God. We're so in the weeds right now. Is this a good idea? Should we just keep trying to figure out what's wrong with the current system and just keep using it? Because like I can just check, I can get buff option. There's gotta be a function in here. Hang on. I must have a function that's like find. Maybe I need to get the buff bar. Find new stat count. Remove duplicate buff. Find buff. Remove buffs with tag.
Hey, listen.
Karadiku, talking about GDTV, I just got... Oh, hold on. Oh, you're responding to mine. Yeah. I just got an email from them saying the old course I bought ages ago for Unreal 4, C++ just got updated again with Unreal 5.6 stuff. Ridiculous value for what I got it for. Yeah, GDTV is honestly amazing. They're really good, and they have a very, very high standard for their instructors, and they're very good about updating all their stuff. I really like working with them. I'm very sad that my ADHD brain cannot make a course because I would love to build a course for them. I just hate like the whole video editing portion of it and like making sure everything is like up to their standards and perfect. But like that does mean that their stuff's way higher quality and like way better than like what I have, you know, what I can do, whatever. But still, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's fantastic. They do a really good job. Have to soldier on, Kindred. Yeah, I'm getting there. If it makes your life easier, it should be worth it. No, yeah, I think if we set this up on Tick, here's the idea. On Tick, we're just constantly checking the player's buffs, right? If a player has a buff or any sort of status effect or whatever that happens to come from this buff master, which is everything that's like, hopefully our like fire is right. Not called fire, burning. Yeah, anything that comes from this buff master will have this section right here, which is our custom section, which is very important. And if anything comes in here, like if this has a buff on here, which this should say both. If we have both or buff on here, then this should show an icon. It should show the buff. Like this should just work. So ideally this does this, and it'll just, what it should do is just update, like loop through all the buffs, look for the tag that has that buff or whatever, and it should just update it with the new stack count, with the new lifetime, duration, or whatever, and then just run that on tick. I know it's probably a little expensive running on tick, but like that'll be so much cleaner, and then it'll handle all the buffs automatically based on gas entirely. And I don't have to do any weird blueprint shenanigans like we've been doing. Why have we not been doing this? I have no idea. I think I just didn't understand how gas worked, and I thought we were missing things we couldn't use. Anyway, you purchased this course on April 3rd. Hey, it's my birthday, 2016. It's updated 5.6 now. It's absurd. Yeah, that is crazy. They don't make you just buy the updated courses. I almost wonder if they should just do like a 2-year like support on it or something or whatever, and then drop it, and then then sell updates from then on as a new course, because that would make them more money. And like I feel like 2-year support or whatever is like a lot, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. What do you think, Carrie DQ? Would you have been upset if they emailed you and said, we've updated this course, it costs this much money to upgrade or something? Maybe you got a discount because you were like, you already own it, so you just pay a little bit to upgrade it. Would you think that was justified, or would you think that was like would you be mad about that? I feel like some people might be mad about it, but like think about, like you said, like it's a ridiculous value for what you paid for it. Like it costs them time and money to go through and update things. Sorry. So like I understand like them like charging for it. The reason I ask is because my wife works for them, and I didn't realize that they kept those courses going for that long. But yeah, 2016, that is insane. That's 9 years of support for free. All the bugs have to go to prep stuffs. Thank you for being amazing. You're welcome. Thank you for thinking I'm amazing. Anyway, yeah, so we have this add buff. I wonder if we could just put a check in here to be like, hey, do we already have this buff in here? Like, does this already exist? Let's see. Keys last index. Remove buffs with tag. I don't understand what the hell we're doing here. Find new stat count. So I need the tag. That's easy, actually. I have the tag. Get buffs. Looping through. If we find it, stack override. We put the new current stack +1. Yeah, see, this is a problem. We're manually adding the stat count in here, and we shouldn't be doing that. We should just be like putting it directly in, because we have access to that now. Yeah, we're finding the stat count. We have a max stat count. Yeah, like there's so much stuff in here that's like, we don't need all this. Like we're doing this really janky thing where we like, yeah. So in here, I have to put in the max stat count that matches the stat count here. I have to make sure these numbers match. Otherwise, this visually will be wrong. So I put 10 in here and only 1 in here. Then every time I get another burn, whatever, stack, whatever, technically this will refresh. It'll just refresh every time it doesn't stack. But this one will show that it's stacking every time. Like it'll visually show that it's stacking, even though it's not actually stacking in the like, just, yeah. So this stack size should go away. The refresh stack on application should go away. Tooltip is fine. In fact, it would be really nice, since we have access to it, I wonder if we could get things like this and show like how much damage it's doing, but I don't think so. And I think it's fine anyway. Like, yeah, this should go away. So I should be able to build a new function for this that like updates based on tags. Oh my god, we're doing this. I guess that's what we're doing today. It's already 2 o'clock though. I do feel like I should probably jump off here soon and one, get lunch, and two, let Jana get some work done. She won't come in here and work while I'm streaming because I don't know. She thinks that if Quinn bothers me, then I won't get work done. But I'm less distracted by Quinn when I'm streaming. Anyway, I think let's end the stream here. And I'm gonna go refactor this off stream and rebuild our entire buff bar from the ground up. Oh my god. This is like I do wonder if this is going to break some things though. Is there a way to quickly test this? No. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. We could just like. We could do a print string and just say like. Like we can do. Get buff tooltip. And then stack count. Stick it in here, and then we have a print string, and then this should just work. My only concern is that oh whoops, I missed a node. My only concern is that the player character, this is all happening locally. So I hope that the ability system component actually has local effects on it. I believe it does, and I think if the server removes it, it removes it. Okay, play. So this should only show up if it's actually a buff ability. So when I walk into the fire, we should start seeing a print of the fire. Here, let's go full screen so we can read it better. Nope. Okay, hold on. Let's go look at it because there's obviously something. Okay, a bunch of errors. Access none. Trying to read property ability system. Oh. Get player character, get ability system component. So this is not finding the ability system component, which is weird, but this might be because this gets spawned before the character did, and that's where those errors were from. Let's just do this. That should stop any of those errors from happening, and then we'll do after it starts, if this isn't working. Oh, right. Get effects with all tags. Okay, hold on. This is not gonna work. We need to do like, oh, right. No, because all of these tags have like every tag in here. Why though? Can I just do get active effects with all tags? No. Get active gameplay effects for query. This one. I want this. Wait. I just want all gameplay effects that are active. Okay, so maybe this isn't going to work, but I do have one more option maybe. I think there's a possibility that I could just automatically populate this list, a list, with all of my these all classes with this parent class. All of this class, I mean. Because then I would just automatically work. Otherwise, it's not really a huge deal if I have to add them all in here manually. It just is annoying. Get active gameplay effects for a query with an empty query. Oh, okay. And now this should trigger add everything. Oh, nope, can't have an empty query. Add node, make gameplay effect query. Do not set any filters, leave everything empty, plug that into active gameplay. Well, I'm getting errors, because why? Custom match delegate BP pin is invalid. I don't even understand what that means. Unless I did this wrong. Nope, same thing. Okay, sorry. I'm getting out of here. Oh, what's up, Tangled? You guys just can't. You came in just at the worst time, I guess. They're to quickly test this before you put in 110 hours of work. Yeah, you're right. That was a good point. Just printing this will help, but again, we need to build loop through all the things. I can still do it with this because this tag should have like burning. Yeah, like it has burning and everything on here. Burning, curse, frost, slow, poison, rooted, slow. Interesting, but it does not have like enraged, intervention, mystic aura. That's not a thing anymore. Nature's bounty. Stormbreak, stealth, confused, cripple. I don't think Dark Pact matters. Hunter's Mark doesn't matter. Thorns. I don't know if you need thorns, maybe. The nice thing about this is, oh my god, if we can get this working, it means that all of these buffs that are like, so I couldn't add buffs that didn't have a duration before, because if there was a duration of 0, it would just immediately remove it from the bar, and I couldn't figure out a way to like fix that. Because it just didn't, yeah, it just wasn't working. But now I can just have that. Because it'll just show every buff. So that means that like luck, right? Like lucky, we'll just have like, because you'll have the lucky buff, it'll just show up as lucky now, and it won't show as your food anymore. I don't think. There's so many things that this is gonna fix and like make just so much cleaner. Like any passives that are just permanently there now from like your skill trees and stuff like that, you'll just have. It'll just show on your buff bar, so you'll always know what passage you have. It does mean that our buff bar is going to get longer because we're going to have a lot more things showing on it, but honestly, that's a good thing. So ease workaround, get active effects with all tags and pass an empty tag container. You sure that works, dude? Okay, we'll try that with the empty tag container first, because I do want it to just get all tags, and then we'll filter it with the other thing. There are a lot of gameplay effects though. That's fine. You're always late. I guess you're right. Okay, so I'm seeing a bunch of junk that have no names on them, but as you can see, I have 18 stacks of something. What the hell do I have 18 stacks of? I have no idea. It doesn't say what it is. Okay, let's try one more thing really fast. That means I have a bunch of stuff without a tooltip. So let's do... the display name for the actual buff instead of the tooltip. Really interested in knowing what the hell we have 18 stacks of randomly. This is going to be good anyway, because now we're going to see a whole bunch of shit that like we shouldn't have. Oh, okay. No, that checks out. It's carry capacity. And that would explain, yeah, so we don't want that kind of stuff showing up on the bar. So we need to also like filter out const. There's a bunch of const, what's it called? Buffmaster. Buff. This one, stackable const. We don't want to show this one. I know const is not a word. Yeah, it's, yeah, they're consistent buffs. Anyway, progress is not great today, Tangle, but I do feel like I think we stumbled upon something that's going to make the game much better and much more consistent and less janky, but it is now almost forcing me to do a rewrite because we have a bunch of bugs with it anyway. And if I can fix this, it fixes a lot of issues, and I'm very excited about that. So that's good. And it's going to fix a lot of issues going forward too. This is going to save a lot of time going forward. So this is going to be worth it. Anyway, we don't want this. So we're going to do... if it's a buff master, great. But then we also want to cast to const. Buff stackable const. We don't want to show these. This is constant things. We like if we showed all these, this would be a nightmare. Okay, now we won't be showing all of those things. So this will only show temporary buffs. Or, well, yeah, it'll show, yeah. As long as we just don't, the constant buffs are like things in the background, like your stacks and stuff like that. We do have arrow recovery. We can get rid of that really fast by just unequipping this. Oh, this is the client too. Hold on. Client also needs to unequip it. There we go. Cool. Dodge roll. Oh, that doesn't count as that's not a G, I guess. Oh my god, we're burning, we're on fire. Boom, not on fire anymore. Now, the real test. If I get on fire and I dodge roll to get rid of the fire, I know it's gonna work actually. I don't know why I'm even questioning it. Hold on. This is gonna be so much better, and it's working. Come on. Put the stupid fire out. We need to turn that up. The rate to put the fire out is way too low. Oh, yeah, we got rid of it. But look, the buff bar didn't update. But the actual stacks did, like they're supposed to. The buff bar is janky and broken. We're going to die. But yeah, someone did make a good point. When I'm dodging, we're now damage immune. And damage immune now affects things. So I need to change that to like dodge. And we need to go in and decide which abilities and effects are going to actually not hit you when you're dodging. Also, honestly, it's probably a good thing because right now, like, you could also dodge through a fire. Oh no, you can't. Interesting. Thought you could dodge through fire. This is gonna be so good though. So for example, let's see, what else can we do? What if we drink a potion? Like, let's take an antivenom. Uh-oh, we froze the game. Oh, that's fine. Yep, so we have poison immunity, 1 stack, and this will last for however long. That's fantastic. What if I take focus? Boom, now we have focus too, willpower. This is gonna be so good, you guys. This is gonna be so much cleaner. This also means we could do things like, we could have like actual cooldowns on things now. And like visually show them. I mean, we could, I guess we could have already done that. Like, we could have a potion cooldown. Like, every time you drink a potion, you have like a cooldown before you can drink another one or something. That would be kind of nice. Is there actually a... Nope. Okay. What else? Food. How about food? Let's spawn some food in. Burger and fries. What does that give us? Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a problem because I think this just gives us focus and haste, but shows up as a burger. But that doesn't show up on this as a burger because it's just giving us separate effects from those. So I wonder if what we do is we show the... All right, so that's gonna break. Oh, I probably missed... It looks like I missed some chat. I'm so sorry, Kiridiku. You wrote a whole bunch of stuff that I totally just bypassed. Or read right past. I'm so sorry. Or skipped past. Stephen Ulubari does something like that. He had an old UE4 course, then made a new UE5 course, but his course is top tier. He's easy to get a hold of for help, and the value is still amazing for the assets he bundles with his courses. So even though he keeps releasing new courses to make more money, I still think his courses are worth the money. He also partners with GDTVs. That's cool. Wait, hold on. Is that Stefan from Infenzia? No, that's not. UE4 course. That's not. That wouldn't be Stefan. Never mind. Is that Steven who does like the battle videos with GDTV? I don't know his last name. Anyway, yeah, I highly recommend GDTV if you guys are wanting to learn game dev in any fashion. They have Unreal, Godot, Unity, art programs. They have all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. You should check it out. They even have like a lifetime membership going on right now where you literally pay like a fraction of the cost of what like it would actually cost you to buy all the courses, and you have lifetime like everything forever. And if you are going to do if you are going to buy a course, please do it through my link, because then I get a portion of it, which would be really nice of you. I think it's GDTV. I don't know. It's this link. Right here. Right? Hopefully that's the right link. Yes. That is my affiliate link. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about it, I highly recommend it. They're fantastic. I'm actually thinking about taking one of the Godot courses, because this battle video that is coming out here soon that I was also part of, I got to do my second one. Bram, who did Godot in this video, blew my mind a little bit because there's a lot of cool shit you can do in Godot without even touching code, and it really surprised me. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in Godot that I really want to play with. So I'm tempted to sign up. Too bad I legit just bought the C++ courses from GameDev TV. Oh, seriously, Tangled. I've only been spamming this on my stream for like months, man. This has been like, it pops up all the time. I guess I need to start like being more vocal about it when it pops up. Maybe I'm just gonna start becoming like a bit of a shill and just be like, every time it pops up, I'll just stop the stream and be like, this stream's sponsored by GameDev TV. It's not really sponsored, but you know what I mean. Because yeah, like even though it's been like spam, it pops up like every like 20 minutes or something. No one sees it. Save your link for the future purchases. It's all right. It's whatever. I do know someone who works there. I wonder if they would let you put in the affiliate after effect. No, I don't think it matters so much. It's not a big deal. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get out of here. So I do need to figure out the food. It does say food focus. So that might be one of the things where I have to like skip that or something. Because I mean, I don't know. Maybe we don't even care if we show this anymore. I'll think about it. Anyway, all right, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow again, though. Since I've been streaming 3 times a week, I am really tempted to play WoW tomorrow on stream. It's a Friday stream. Maybe Friday streams is like the time when I just chill and play WoW. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll think about it. Maybe it's something we'll do if I'm feeling up to it. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Again, if you want to buy a course to learn how to make video games, you should do it through my affiliate link for GameDev TV, which is listed right there in chat. You should click it and bookmark it, whatever, and buy courses from it. And I get paid, and it helps everyone, including you. So, okay. All right, whatever. I'm done pushing it now. Bye, guys. Have a good one.